I wanted to walk you through the instructions for the word processing project. All project instructions are going to be in a very similar format, so I wanted to make sure that you were comfortable with the content and what you need to do. So it always starts off with the name of the project and how much it is worth and how many points, raw points it's marked out of. There is always going to be a marking guide attached, and this is your go-to document, as it will tell you exactly what it is that I'm going to be looking at when I am marking the project. Due dates are in the schedule at Blackboard. I always try to explain a little bit about why I'm asking you to do these documents. In this particular case, there isn't a single piece of information in terms of copies of documents or anything that go out of your office without a covering letter. So of any document that you are ever going to be doing in a law firm, you're going to be doing more letters, hundreds, thousands perhaps, depending on how long you're working in the field. So letters are an incredibly essential document that you need to get comfortable with the layout and be able to do it basically off the top of your head. So what I'm asking you to do here is to type a one-page letter, and the actual letter is in Blackboard, so you don't have to worry about adding information or changing information or anything like that. You're just basically copy typing the letter. What's important about this project is that you are going to learn the correct format for typing up a letter. Saving the letter with a name is very, very important, because anything that you create in a law firm is going to be saved on a shared drive so other people can access it. So it's really important from the point of being really efficient and being able to find the file again, or the letter again, that you give it the name of the client and you give it the name of the document. And for my purposes, it would be really nice if you could add your own name to the file name as well. So in this case, I'm using Anna Watson as the student. So in this case, she named the file Watson. Lithgow is the name of the client. Letter is the name of the document. And when we get to the marking guide, you will see that you get a mark for that. I also want you to include a footer, and the footer, I would like you to have your full name, your class name and number, and your RDC student ID number. And you will see on the letter how I want that to be laid out, and to use the tab key between sections of the footer. The resources, what I've done here is I have given you links to kind of the generic, the general resources. I'm going to be putting specific resources in the actual folder for this particular project, but you always have access to the how-to guides, legal formatting guidelines, and the sample business letter with comments. Okay, and then I give you a little bit of a rundown on what the project is about, so you can read through that, and I tell you what you need to do. So how do you do what it is that I'm asking you to do? And then finally, how do you hand this in? You need to use your RDC email account, which you access through the loop. And if you haven't been in there before, you want to make sure you're in there, because it is basically our way to communicate with you. And it's not just for my purposes, but the registrar's office, the library, any organization in the college who needs to be in touch with you, they're going to use your RDC email address. The other part of that is that when you are attaching a document by email and sending it to me at my RDC email address, if you're not sending it from an RDC email account, the RDC email system will remove the attachment, so I won't get your project. Important, make sure you are following the professional email protocol that you can find in the Getting Started section of Blackboard, so make sure you review that. And remember to check for confirmation that I have received your project. So you email it to me. Give me a day or two to see it and to hit reply, and I'll just type in something like thanks, and that indicates to you that I have received your project. If you don't hear from me within a couple of days, you need to be in touch with me, because that means that I have not received it for some reason. So you kind of have to be on top of that. Okay, scrolling down, let's have a look at the marking guide. So again, this is how I mark your project. So what I do when I mark your project is I actually detach this and I fill it out for you and email it back to you. So it covers every single thing that I am going to be looking for when I am marking your project. So I strongly suggest that you use it as your final check sheet before you hand in your project. So these are the things I'm looking for. These are the things I'm going to be giving you a mark for. Pardon me. The other part is proofreading. There is almost nothing more important in the legal field as creating documents that have no typos, no proofreading errors, no misspelled names, no incorrect addresses, no incorrect dollar amounts, whatever the letter or document pertains to. So for this reason, 1/3 of your overall project mark, each project, will be attributed to proofreading, and I will dock 2 points for every error. And so proofreading, that includes things like punctuation, spacing, anything like that. So you want to be really, really careful. Proofreading is a skill. Some people, it comes to them quite naturally. Other people have to work at it, but it really is a skill. Finally, the email protocol. And so if you send your document by email with the appropriate message in the appropriate format, so in other words, no text talk, no letter U for YOU or lowercase I for I, you're going to get full marks for this, and no worries at all. So this is just a little reminder. You're going to get that email protocol on just about all of the projects that you are sending out. And there you have it. There is your run through of the project instructions.